What if the most profound lessons about life, love, and loss were hidden in the subtle signs of aging? The elderly among us often carry a lifetime of wisdom, yet as they approach the final chapter of their journey, they may exhibit signs that are easily overlooked. Understanding these signs is not just an act of compassion, it's a philosophical inquiry into the nature of existence itself. By recognizing these subtle warnings, we can engage more deeply with our loved ones, ensuring that their final days are filled with dignity, respect, and meaningful connection. The urgency of this exploration cannot be overstated. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, we often become ensnared in our daily routines, neglecting the emotional and spiritual dimensions of our relationships with the elderly. The reality is that many families are unprepared for the inevitable, leading to missed opportunities for closure and understanding. By identifying the signs that may indicate an elderly person is nearing the end of their life, we can cultivate a more profound appreciation for their experiences and the legacy they leave behind. This awareness not only enriches our relationships, but also allows us to confront our own mortality with grace and acceptance. Philosophically speaking, the act of recognizing these signs invites us to reflect on the nature of existence and the human condition. It challenges us to consider what it means to live fully and to die with dignity. The signs themselves, often subtle and nuanced, serve as a reminder that life is transient and that every moment counts. By paying attention to these indicators, we engage in a deeper dialogue about life's purpose and the connections that bind us to one another. This exploration fosters empathy and understanding, empowering us to navigate the complexities of aging with compassion and wisdom. As we delve into the 5 signs that may suggest an elderly person is entering their last year, we promise to provide you with specific insights that can transform your understanding of aging and mortality. These signs are not merely physical, but encompass emotional and psychological dimensions that reflect the holistic nature of human experience. By becoming attuned to these indicators, you will not only enhance your ability to support your loved ones, but also cultivate a richer appreciation for the fragility of life. This knowledge can lead to more meaningful conversations, allowing you to express love, gratitude, and closure in ways that resonate deeply. Ultimately, this journey is about more than just recognizing signs. It's about embracing the profound connections we share with those we love. It's an invitation to reflect on our own lives, aspirations, and the legacy we wish to leave behind. By engaging with these subtle warnings, we can foster a deeper understanding of the human experience, transforming our relationships into powerful narratives of love, loss, and acceptance. As you embark on this exploration, prepare to uncover insights that will not only enrich your interactions with the elderly, but also illuminate your own path through life's inevitable transitions. Embrace the opportunity to learn, to connect, and to honor the wisdom of those who have walked before us. As we navigate the complexities of aging, the reality that our loved ones may approach the end of their lives can be a difficult truth to confront. This topic is not merely a matter of morbid curiosity. It is a profound philosophical inquiry into the nature of existence, relationships, and the emotional landscape of life's final chapter. Recognizing the signs that an elderly person may be nearing their last year is essential for family members and caregivers alike. It allows for the opportunity to provide support, facilitate meaningful conversations, and ensure that the remaining time is spent in comfort and dignity. The challenge lies in the subtlety of these signs. Often, the indicators that an elderly person is nearing the end of their life can be easily overlooked or misinterpreted. For instance, changes in appetite, withdrawal from social interactions, or increased fatigue may be dismissed as typical aging processes or temporary ailments. However, these changes can also signal a profound shift in their health status. Understanding these signs is crucial, not only for the sake of preparedness, but also for fostering deeper connections during a time that can be fraught with emotional complexity. Philosophically, the awareness of mortality invites us to reflect on the meaning of life and the relationships we cultivate. It challenges us to consider how we engage with those we love, especially when time becomes limited. The need for open communication about death and dying can often be stifled by societal taboos, leading to missed opportunities for closure, reconciliation, and expression of love. By recognizing the signs that an elderly person may be in their last year, we can better navigate these conversations, ensuring that both the elderly individual and their family members are emotionally prepared for the journey ahead. To effectively address this issue, it is vital to establish a framework that allows individuals to recognize and respond to these subtle warnings. This framework can include understanding the common physical and emotional changes that occur as one approaches the end of life. For example, a decline in mobility or an increase in sleep can indicate a shift in health status. Additionally, emotional signs such as a sudden desire to reminisce or a preoccupation with past relationships may suggest a readiness to reflect on life and legacy. Visual aids, such as charts or checklists, can serve as helpful tools in this context, allowing caregivers and family members to track these changes and respond appropriately. Ultimately, the goal of recognizing these signs is not only to prepare for the inevitable, but to enrich the remaining time spent together. By addressing the reality of mortality with compassion and understanding, we can create an environment that honors the elderly person's life journey while fostering deeper connections. This philosophical approach to aging and dying encourages us to embrace the present, allowing us to cherish the moments we have left with those we love. It transforms a potentially daunting experience into an opportunity for connection, reflection, and love, ensuring that we do not ignore the subtle warnings that life offers us. Understanding the signs that an elderly person may be nearing the end of life is crucial for providing compassionate care. We encourage you to join the community in the comments below to share your experiences or ask questions. Your insights are invaluable. Your feedback helps us all learn and grow together. Don't hesitate to subscribe for more actionable content, as your participation is essential in fostering a supportive environment. Let's engage and support one another. Understanding the subtle signs that an elderly person may be approaching the end of their life is a profound aspect of both philosophy and practical caregiving. It invites us to reflect on the nature of existence, the value of life, and the importance of compassion in our interactions with others. Recognizing these signs can lead to better support for the elderly and their families, fostering meaningful connections during a critical time. One of the primary signs that may indicate an elderly person is nearing the end of their life is a significant change in appetite. As individuals age, their nutritional needs often shift, and a marked decrease in food intake can suggest a waning interest in life itself. For example, if a once vibrant grandmother who enjoyed cooking and sharing meals suddenly refuses to eat or shows little interest in her favorite dishes, it may signal a deeper emotional or physical decline. Caregivers should approach this change with sensitivity, perhaps discussing feelings and memories associated with food, thereby opening a dialogue that honors the individual's past while addressing their current state. Another indicator is a noticeable decline in social interaction. If an elderly person who previously thrived on social engagements begins to withdraw from family gatherings or declines invitations to visit friends, this could reflect a shift in their mental or emotional state. Consider a grandfather who once relished playing cards with his friends, but now prefers solitude in his room. This withdrawal might be a sign of depression or a recognition of his declining health. In such cases, caregivers should encourage gentle social interaction, perhaps through regular phone calls or short visits, allowing the elderly person to express their feelings and maintain connections without overwhelming them. Physical changes such as increased fatigue or difficulty in mobility also serve as significant signs. An elderly individual may find simple tasks like walking to the bathroom or climbing stairs increasingly challenging. For instance, if a once active grandmother who enjoyed gardening starts to show signs of breathlessness after minimal exertion, it may indicate a decline in her physical health. Caregivers can respond by ensuring that the home environment is safe and accessible, possibly arranging for mobility aids or assistance with daily tasks. This practical support not only enhances safety, but also demonstrates care and respect for the elderly person's dignity. Lastly, a shift in mental clarity or cognitive function can be a poignant sign of nearing the end of life. If an elderly person begins to exhibit confusion, memory loss, or difficulty in communication, it may indicate a decline in their overall health. For example, a grandfather who used to recount vivid stories of his youth may begin to forget names or struggle to follow conversations. Caregivers can assist by providing a calm and supportive environment, using familiar objects or photographs to trigger memories and facilitate communication. This approach not only helps maintain a sense of identity, but also fosters emotional connections during a challenging time. In conclusion, recognizing these signs, changes in appetite, social withdrawal, physical decline, and cognitive shifts, can provide invaluable insights into the well-being of elderly individuals. By approaching these signs with compassion and practical support, caregivers can create an environment that honors the elderly person's life while facilitating meaningful interactions. This understanding not only enhances the quality of life for the elderly, but also enriches the experiences of caregivers and family members, fostering a sense of community and shared humanity. Understanding the signs that indicate an elderly person may be nearing the end of their life is a topic of profound philosophical and ethical significance, particularly in our current societal context. As populations age and the prevalence of chronic illnesses rises, caregivers and families face the pressing challenge of navigating the complexities of aging and end-of-life care. The urgency of this understanding is underscored by a growing trend towards more open discussions about death and dying, influenced by movements advocating for better palliative care and the rights of the elderly. This shift emphasizes the need for individuals to recognize subtle signs that may indicate a decline in health, enabling them to provide compassionate support and make informed decisions. At the heart of this issue lies a critical knowledge gap. Many individuals lack awareness of the nuanced indicators that can signal an elderly person's approaching end of life. This gap can lead to unpreparedness, both emotionally and logistically. For families who may find themselves facing the imminent loss of a loved one, the challenge is compounded by societal taboos surrounding discussions of death, which often leave caregivers ill-equipped to recognize and respond to the needs of their elderly relatives. For example, changes in appetite, withdrawal from social interactions, or increased fatigue may be dismissed as normal aging processes rather than signs of a significant decline. Recognizing these signs is essential for fostering an environment where dignity and respect for the elderly can flourish, allowing families to engage in meaningful conversations about end-of-life wishes and care preferences. Moreover, the COVID-19 pandemic has highlighted the vulnerabilities of the elderly population, bringing issues of isolation and healthcare access to the forefront. Many families have experienced the loss of loved ones without the opportunity for closure or the chance to say goodbye. This reality amplifies the importance of understanding the signs that may indicate an elderly person is in their last year. Awareness can lead to proactive measures, such as arranging for hospice care or facilitating conversations about advanced directives. Such preparations not only honor the wishes of the elderly, but also provide families with a sense of agency during a profoundly challenging time. The ethical implications of this knowledge extend beyond individual families to societal considerations. As a community, there is a collective responsibility to ensure that aging populations are treated with dignity and compassion. Understanding the signs of decline can empower caregivers to advocate for better resources and support systems, fostering a culture that values the experiences and needs of the elderly. This engagement is particularly relevant in light of recent discussions surrounding healthcare reform and the allocation of resources for geriatric care. By equipping ourselves with knowledge about the signs of impending death, we can contribute to a more humane approach to aging and end-of-life care. In conclusion, the urgency of understanding the subtle signs that an elderly person may be in their last year cannot be overstated. This knowledge addresses a critical gap in awareness, enabling families to prepare emotionally and logistically for the inevitable. As societal attitudes towards death evolve, it becomes increasingly important to foster open dialogues about aging and dying, ensuring that the elderly are treated with respect and dignity. The present moment calls for a commitment to understanding these signs, ultimately leading to more compassionate care and support for our aging population. Understanding the signs that an elderly person may be nearing the end of life requires a blend of philosophical reflection and practical awareness. The inevitability of death is a profound aspect of human existence, and recognizing subtle signs can facilitate compassionate care for those we love. This exploration involves not just the physical indicators, but also the emotional and existential dimensions of aging. One of the most significant signs that an elderly person may be in their last year is a marked decline in physical health. This may manifest as increased fatigue, weight loss, or a general inability to perform daily activities. From a philosophical standpoint, this decline can prompt reflections on the nature of the body and its relationship to the self. How does one's identity shift when the body begins to fail? For instance, an individual who once reveled in gardening may find themselves unable to tend to their plants, leading to a profound sense of loss. Recognizing these changes can encourage caregivers to engage in meaningful conversations about life, legacy, and the values that have shaped the individual. Another sign to consider is the withdrawal from social interactions. An elderly person may begin to isolate themselves, showing little interest in family gatherings or friendships. This retreat can be understood through the lens of existential philosophy, which emphasizes the importance of connection and community for a fulfilling life. As social beings, humans thrive on relationships, and the desire to withdraw may indicate a deeper existential struggle. Caregivers should reflect on the importance of fostering connections, even in the face of declining health. Encouraging visits or phone calls can help combat loneliness and provide emotional support. Changes in cognitive function can also serve as critical indicators. An elderly person may exhibit forgetfulness, confusion, or difficulty concentrating. These cognitive shifts can lead to existential questions about memory and identity. If a person begins to forget cherished memories or names of loved ones, it can evoke feelings of grief, not only for the individual, but also for their family. Engaging with these cognitive changes through gentle conversation can help maintain a sense of identity and connection, allowing for a deeper understanding of the individual's experiences and emotions. Physical signs, such as significant changes in sleep patterns, can also be telling. An elderly person may sleep more than usual or experience insomnia. Philosophically, sleep can be viewed as a metaphor for life and death, a state of being that connects us to both rest and the unknown. Encouraging discussions about dreams, fears, and hopes can provide insight into their mental state and emotional well-being, fostering a supportive environment in which they feel safe to express their concerns. Finally, a shift in spiritual or existential outlook can be a profound sign. An elderly person may begin to reflect on their life, express a desire for reconciliation, or seek closure with unresolved issues. This introspection can lead to meaningful conversations about beliefs, values, and what it means to live a good life. Caregivers can facilitate these discussions, allowing individuals to articulate their thoughts and feelings, thereby affirming their dignity and humanity. In summary, recognizing the signs that an elderly person may be in their last year involves a holistic understanding that encompasses physical, emotional, and existential dimensions. By fostering open communication and compassionate care, caregivers can help individuals navigate this profound stage of life with dignity and grace. Engaging with these signs not only enhances the quality of care, but also enriches the philosophical understanding of life's final chapter. Understanding the signs that may indicate an elderly person is nearing the end of life is not merely an exercise in observation. It invites deeper philosophical reflection on the nature of existence, aging, and the human experience. Acknowledging these signs can lead to more compassionate caregiving and foster meaningful conversations about life, death, and the values that guide our actions. For instance, if an elderly person exhibits a sudden withdrawal from social activities, it may not just be a sign of physical decline, but also a profound emotional shift. This withdrawal could prompt caregivers to engage in conversations that explore the individual's feelings about their life and legacy, allowing for a more profound connection and understanding. Practical applications of recognizing these signs often involve creating a supportive environment that encourages open dialogue. For example, if a caregiver notices a significant change in appetite, they might initiate discussions about favorite foods or cherished memories associated with meals. This approach not only addresses nutritional needs, but also provides an opportunity for the elderly person to reflect on their life experiences, enhancing their sense of identity and agency. In this way, caregivers can transform what may seem like a decline into an opportunity for meaningful engagement, thus enriching the final stages of life. However, acknowledging these signs can also present challenges. Caregivers may feel overwhelmed by the emotional weight of their observations, leading to anxiety about how to approach sensitive topics. To overcome this, caregivers can adopt a philosophical mindset that emphasizes acceptance and mindfulness. By grounding themselves in the present moment and recognizing their own feelings about mortality, caregivers can create a safe space for the elderly person to express their thoughts and fears. This practice not only alleviates the caregiver's anxiety, but also encourages a more authentic dialogue about life and death, allowing both parties to share their experiences and fears openly. Additionally, practical strategies can help caregivers navigate the complexities of end-of-life discussions. For instance, establishing a routine that includes regular check-ins can provide both structure and comfort. During these moments, caregivers can gently inquire about the elderly person's well-being, discussing any changes they may have noticed. This approach fosters trust and creates an environment where the individual feels valued and heard. By integrating philosophical principles of respect and dignity into these interactions, caregivers can ensure that the elderly person retains a sense of control over their narrative, even as they approach the end of life. Moreover, the philosophical concept of legacy can be a powerful tool in addressing the signs of impending mortality. Caregivers can encourage elderly individuals to share their life stories, values, and lessons learned, thereby helping them to construct a narrative that honors their existence. This practice not only serves as a means of preserving memories for future generations, but also allows the elderly person to reflect on their life's meaning. Engaging in such conversations can provide comfort and a sense of purpose, even in the face of decline. In conclusion, recognizing the subtle signs that an elderly person may be nearing the end of life opens up a rich tapestry of philosophical inquiry and practical application. By fostering open communication, embracing mindfulness, and focusing on legacy, caregivers can navigate the challenges of this sensitive period with grace and compassion. This holistic approach not only enhances the quality of life for the elderly, but also deepens the caregiver's understanding of the human experience, ultimately enriching both lives. When considering the philosophical implications of recognizing the signs that an elderly person may be in their last year, one must confront the profound intersection of mortality, dignity, and the human experience. The subtle warnings that indicate a decline in health are not merely medical indicators. They challenge us to reflect on the essence of life and the values we hold dear. For instance, a noticeable withdrawal from social interactions or a decline in previously enjoyed activities may signal a deeper existential crisis. This withdrawal can be seen as a form of preparation for the inevitable, echoing philosophical notions of acceptance and the search for meaning in the face of death. In practical terms, caregivers and family members can apply this understanding by fostering open dialogues about life, legacy, and the emotions surrounding impending loss. Engaging in conversations that honor the elderly person's life story can provide a sense of closure and fulfillment. A poignant case study illustrates this. A nursing home initiated a life review program where residents shared their life experiences with caregivers and fellow residents. This initiative not only improved the residents' emotional well-being, but also allowed them to articulate their fears and hopes, creating a supportive environment that acknowledged their impending mortality. Philosophically, this approach aligns with existentialist thought, which posits that confronting one's mortality can lead to a more authentic existence. By recognizing the signs of decline, caregivers can encourage the elderly to engage in reflective practices, such as journaling or storytelling, that can help them find meaning in their lives and prepare for the transition ahead. This process not only benefits the elderly, but also enriches the lives of those around them, fostering a deeper understanding of the human condition and the shared experience of life and death. As we build towards a resolution, it is essential to recognize that these signs are not merely indicators of decline, but invitations to engage in a deeper philosophical inquiry about life, death, and what it means to live fully. The culmination of this understanding lies in the recognition that by addressing the emotional and existential aspects of aging, we can create a more compassionate and supportive environment for those nearing the end of their journey. The act of acknowledging these signs transforms the experience of dying from one of fear and isolation into an opportunity for connection, reflection, and ultimately, acceptance. In conclusion, recognizing the signs that an elderly person may be in their last year serves as a profound reminder of the human experience's fragility By applying advanced strategies that incorporate philosophical insights, caregivers and family members can navigate this challenging time with grace and empathy. The journey towards acceptance and understanding not only honors the lives of those we love, but also enriches our own lives, fostering a greater appreciation for the transient nature of existence. Through compassionate engagement and open dialogue, we can ensure that the final chapter of life is approached with dignity, love, and a profound sense of meaning. Understanding the signs that an elderly person may be nearing the end of life can significantly impact their quality of care and the emotional well-being of their loved ones. From a philosophical perspective, this awareness prompts deeper reflections on mortality, dignity, and the essence of human existence. The recognition of subtle warnings, such as profound fatigue, withdrawal from social interactions, or changes in appetite, invites caregivers and family members to engage in meaningful conversations about life, death, and the values that guide their actions during this critical time. Research indicates that many families experience a lack of preparedness when facing the death of an elderly loved one. A study published in the Journal of Palliative Medicine revealed that 70% of families wished they had discussed end-of-life wishes more openly with their loved ones. This statistic underscores the importance of recognizing the signs that may indicate an approaching end, as it can facilitate these crucial conversations. By acknowledging the signs, families can create a supportive environment that honors the values and wishes of the elderly individual, fostering a sense of peace and acceptance. Anecdotal evidence further illustrates the real-world implications of recognizing these signs. Consider the case of an 82-year-old woman who had been living independently but began to exhibit signs of decreased mobility and increasing isolation. Her family, initially unaware of the gravity of her condition, dismissed her changes as typical aging. However, upon closer observation and research, they recognized these signs as potential indicators of her declining health. Armed with this understanding, they engaged her in discussions about her preferences for end-of-life care, allowing her to express her wishes regarding hospice services and palliative care. This proactive approach not only honored her autonomy, but also provided the family with a framework for navigating the emotional complexities of her impending death. Philosophically, this situation evokes questions about the nature of care and the ethical responsibilities of caregivers. As families grapple with the impending loss of a loved one, they must confront their own beliefs about death and dying. This confrontation can lead to a more profound understanding of the human experience and the values that shape our responses to mortality. Engaging with these philosophical questions can help families navigate the emotional landscape of grief and loss, fostering resilience and deeper connections among family members. Statistics from the National Hospice and Palliative Care Organization reveal that nearly 1 United States. This figure reflects a growing recognition of the importance of palliative care in enhancing the quality of life for individuals nearing the end of life. The integration of hospice services can provide essential support not just for the patient, but also for their families, allowing them to focus on creating meaningful memories and cherishing their time together. In conclusion, understanding the signs that may indicate an elderly person is in their last year of life is not merely a clinical observation, it is a deeply philosophical journey that invites families to engage with the complexities of mortality. By recognizing these signs, families can foster open dialogue about end-of-life wishes, ultimately leading to a more compassionate and dignified approach to care. The implications of this understanding extend beyond the individual, shaping the collective experience of families and communities as they navigate the inevitable journey of life and death together. Understanding the subtle signs that an elderly person may be nearing the end of their life can be a difficult yet essential aspect of caregiving. Recognizing these signs allows family members and caregivers to prepare emotionally and practically for what lies ahead. One of the most significant indicators is a noticeable decline in appetite. As the body begins to shut down, it often requires less nourishment. This isn't just a matter of eating less. It's a profound shift in the body's needs. Experts suggest that if an elderly person is eating significantly less or showing disinterest in food they once enjoyed, it may be a cue to pay closer attention to their overall health and comfort. Another sign to be aware of is increased fatigue or lethargy. If an elderly loved one is sleeping more than usual or seems excessively tired, it may indicate that their body is conserving energy for essential functions. This change can be unsettling, but it often reflects a natural progression rather than a sudden decline. It's important to approach this with compassion and understanding, as the elderly may not always communicate their feelings or fears about their health. Engaging in gentle conversations can help them express their needs and provide you with insights into their emotional state. Social withdrawal is also a critical sign to monitor. If an elderly person who once enjoyed social activities or family gatherings suddenly becomes reclusive, it could be a sign of emotional distress or a reflection of their physical state. Loneliness can exacerbate feelings of despair, making it crucial for caregivers to foster connections, even if the elderly individual seems resistant. A simple phone call or visit can remind them that they are not alone and that their feelings are valid. This kind of emotional support can be just as vital as physical care. Additionally, changes in cognitive function, such as confusion or memory loss, can signal a decline in health. While some cognitive changes are typical with aging, a marked increase in confusion may indicate that the body is nearing its limits. It's essential to approach these changes with patience and empathy. Engaging with them about their memories or favorite stories can not only provide comfort, but also offer you a window into their mental state. This connection can help both parties navigate the emotional landscape of impending loss. Lastly, physical symptoms like unexplained pain or discomfort should never be ignored. If an elderly person exhibits signs of distress, whether through verbal complaints or nonverbal cues like grimacing, it is crucial to seek medical advice. Pain management and palliative care can greatly improve their quality of life, making the final months more bearable. A proactive approach to addressing these symptoms can lead to meaningful conversations about end-of-life wishes, ensuring that their preferences are honored. In conclusion, recognizing these 5 signs, decline in appetite, increased fatigue, social withdrawal, cognitive changes, and physical discomfort, can provide valuable insights into the health and emotional state of an elderly loved one. By addressing these signs with compassion and understanding, caregivers can create a supportive environment that not only respects the dignity of the individual, but also prepares everyone involved for the journey ahead. Engaging in open conversations about feelings, fears, and wishes can foster a sense of peace and connection, making the final stages of life a shared experience filled with love and understanding. Understanding the signs that an elderly person may be approaching the end of their life is not just a practical concern, it also invites deeper philosophical reflection on the nature of existence, relationships, and the human experience. The insights gained from recognizing these subtle warnings can foster a more compassionate approach to caregiving and enhance our appreciation for the fragility of life. By acknowledging these signs, we can engage more meaningfully with our loved ones, allowing for a richer, more profound connection during their final days. The first actionable step is to cultivate awareness and sensitivity towards the elderly in your life. This involves observing behavioral changes, physical health, and emotional states. For instance, significant weight loss, withdrawal from social interactions, or increased fatigue can serve as indicators of decline. By being attuned to these signs, you can initiate conversations that matter, fostering an environment where the elderly feel valued and heard. This not only helps in addressing their immediate needs, but also allows for discussions about their wishes and fears, aligning with the philosophical tenet of respecting autonomy and dignity in the face of mortality. Next, consider engaging in meaningful conversations that transcend the mundane. This is an opportunity to explore deeper philosophical questions about life, legacy, and what it means to live well. Encourage your elderly loved ones to share their life stories, wisdom, and reflections on their experiences. This exchange can be incredibly enriching for both parties, as it honors the individual's journey while providing a chance for younger generations to learn from their insights. By creating a space for these discussions, you contribute to a legacy of thoughtfulness and understanding that can resonate within the family for years to come. Moreover, take proactive steps to ensure that the elderly in your care receive appropriate medical and emotional support. This might involve consulting healthcare professionals who specialize in geriatric care or seeking out hospice services that prioritize comfort and dignity. Philosophically, this aligns with the principle of beneficence, acting in the best interest of others. By ensuring that your loved ones are supported in their final days, you demonstrate a commitment to their well-being, reinforcing the importance of compassion and empathy in the human experience. Finally, reflect on your own beliefs and attitudes toward aging and death. Embrace the idea that these are natural parts of life, deserving of respect and contemplation. Consider engaging in community discussions, reading literature on aging, or participating in workshops that explore the philosophical aspects of mortality. This not only enhances your understanding, but also empowers you to approach these topics with greater confidence and sensitivity. By fostering a culture of openness around death and dying, you contribute to a society that values life in all its stages. In conclusion, the insights gained from recognizing the signs that an elderly person may be in their last year can significantly enhance our relationships and understanding of life itself. By taking action, whether through awareness, meaningful conversations, ensuring proper care, or personal reflection, you can create a supportive environment that honors the dignity of those nearing the end of their journey. Embrace this opportunity to deepen your connections and inspire others to do the same. Engage with your community, share your experiences, and encourage a broader dialogue about aging and mortality. Together, we can cultivate a more compassionate society that values the richness of every life lived. As we navigate the complexities of aging, it becomes crucial to recognize the subtle signs that may indicate an elderly person is nearing the end of their life. These signs serve as poignant reminders of the fragility of existence and the profound transitions that accompany aging. In the realm of philosophy, this contemplation invites us to reflect on the nature of life and death, encouraging us to confront our mortality with grace and understanding. The awareness of these signs not only fosters compassion, but also deepens our appreciation for the time we have with our loved ones. Each moment spent together becomes a treasure, an opportunity to share stories, express love, and create lasting memories that transcend the boundaries of life itself. Embracing these reflections prompts us to engage in meaningful conversations about life's impermanence. It challenges us to consider how we can support our elderly loved ones, ensuring their dignity and comfort during their final days. This journey is not solely about acknowledging the inevitable, it is also about celebrating the legacy they leave behind. Philosophy teaches us to reflect on our values and beliefs, urging us to consider how we want to be remembered and how we can honor those who have shaped our lives. By exploring these themes, we cultivate a deeper understanding of our interconnectedness and the impact of our relationships. In a world that often shies away from discussions surrounding death, let us embrace this dialogue with open hearts and minds. By acknowledging the signs of decline in our elderly loved ones, we not only prepare ourselves for the inevitable, but also enrich our lives through empathy and connection. As we continue to explore these profound topics, we find ourselves better equipped to navigate the complexities of life and death. Let this journey inspire us to live fully, love deeply, and appreciate the moments we have with those we cherish. In the end, it is our shared experiences and the bonds we create that define the essence of our existence. As we reflect on these insights, let us remember that every life is a tapestry woven with stories, love, and lessons learned. The wisdom gained from recognizing the signs of aging can guide us toward a more compassionate approach to life, encouraging us to cherish each day and each relationship. In this shared human experience, we find strength and solace, reminding us that while life may be fleeting, the love we give and receive endures beyond the confines of time. Let us honor the journey of those who have come before us, embracing the beauty of life in all its phases, and strive to leave a legacy of kindness, understanding, and connection for generations to come. In doing so, we not only celebrate life but also prepare ourselves to face its inevitable conclusion with dignity and grace.